Welcome back to an episode with Insights with BNI members. If you haven't done so yet, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel so to get the latest videos. Today we are joined with Anel, who is one of my dear friends, but also a true BNI leader. Welcome, Anel, and please introduce yourself to us.
Thank you, Jolene. I'm Anel O'Neill. I'm from the chapter Bounce on the East End and also DC4 chapter Mujaji.
Looking back now to your first meeting, what do you think drew you to BNI?
First of all, the compassion that you experience at a BNI meeting. The moment you walk in, it's that family atmosphere. I was lucky enough to have a family that just took me in from the moment I walked through the door. I knew half of the people from other platforms, but that moment that you saw the accountability, it just blew my mind. And I never stepped out ever since.
You're in a very male-dominant industry.
Absolutely.
You're in construction yourself. How has BNI helped you navigate through that so that you're not just seen as, this is just some puppy, but actually someone that can do your job?
I think in most cases, it is truly a matter of how you project yourself. The trust that you build with a client. So the moment you walk in with a client, you have that ability to just give them peace of mind. So how BNI has helped me through that, the relationships that we built in a male-dominated world is absolutely true, where I have a male referral partner and they give you that trust, that word-of-mouth referral. So that trust is what brought the level back of the poppy in the industry. And then obviously your results speak for themselves. So as a woman, you have a different touch. In the design and construction industry, it is male-dominated, but a woman has got a finer look and a finer touch to it. And I think that's what value we bring to the party in our industry.
You spoke about relationships and trust. And through the years, you've built up relationships and you built up those connections that you have. Yes. How has that changed the way you do business?
The way it changed the business is really by investing in people. When you invest your time and your effort, you really build those true connections. And I think that would basically be how we proceed through all of this.
I know one of the leadership roles that you really like is education. And you've become a director consultant now the last couple of months. What inspired you to become one of the leaders and someone people can look up for and ask for advice leading a chapter?
Your true value system, your core values, must be part of your vision. And if you can't live those true values out in your business, how can you live it out in your personal life? So by living through that, I think that has changed everything for me.
You've got a couple of different businesses going on currently with more things that you are planning and implementing. Has BNI had an effect on the kind of path you are choosing now?
Indeed, I think with the way that we identify openings in the market, the way that you see what is happening, what the openings are, what the needs are. The way BNI helps us with exposure, guides you through where you want to go next. If you can fill a niche in any market with the trusted referral base that we have in BNI, that word of mouth, referrals, the trust, the relationships, the building of good solid foundations will help you through that whole process, in my opinion.
One of our core values is lifelong learning. And we've got a system where we can do different courses, different things. What is the one course that stood out for you that you're still using to today?
Wow, that is a tricky one. What course? Now I have to go through how many years? I think your basic MSP as the basis of your membership really will help you to understand what it's about and how it works. So the basic MSP, the very first basic program that you start, would be my favorite.
Teaching you the different skills and how to network.
Absolutely, yes.
We've been to a couple of conferences together. We've been to award functions together. We've been to other chapter visits together. What is the one memory that pops up when you think about these events that we have across BNI?
I think we have so many memories, fun memories, solid networking opportunity memories. If I take Bloemfontein conference, for example, a couple of years ago, I went down with another chapter, not even my own chapter, and we had one-to-ones all the way from Johannesburg down to Bloemfontein, literally building the connections as we go. So the mindset of a BNI member really is to build continuous collaborations. Fun moments that stood out, I think some of the conferences, after the conference, during the conference, we had the wine tours. We had quite a bit of fun with that. But the most important thing for me after the Cape Town conference, for example, I spent time with my top 3 in Mujaji. Even during those moments, having social interventions, it is about building trust, building collaborations, building relationships.
We have chapter socials quite often. Do you think it's important for spouses to attend these to see what BNI is about, or do you think that's a no-go?
It's an absolute must. If your partner does not understand what you do in business, and in BNI specifically, they will see all your meetings as coffee shop meetings, as lunch meetings, as just spending social time with nobody, and they won't understand the value of building those relationships. On a social level, if I understand who the person behind the business is, it makes much more sense. I understand what motivates you. If you have children, if you have animals, what is your main motivator? And that is only really established during a social event.
Cross-chapter visits. We kind of tend to go, okay, don't go to a chapter where your seat is taken because then the marketing opportunities are limited. But we also seen where people in the same industry collaborate so well that they constantly pass referrals to one another. And I know you experienced one of those. What is your go-to when trying to visit another chapter? Do you check out the list? Do you just go? What is your frame of mind before going, and what is your goal of visiting other chapters?
Well, my goal first of all would be the exposure that you have through that. Building the collaborations. I can do business with anybody in BNI, even though I've never met them. So if I need a builder down in Cape Town, which I did, they are building a project that I only visited once. So my objective is to make sure that I know who the persons are in that chapter, what profiles they have, and to see how we can connect them. Sometimes I have a project that I'm not willing to do. I don't have the time, I don't have the resources, my teams are busy, and then you just know that you can trust somebody else to go do the same value business because we stand by the same ethical values and core principles.
One of our big things in BNI is that you join a local chapter, but you're part of a global organization. While you were in Australia now in December, you visited a BNI chapter in Australia.
Yes.
Is there anything different?
It is absolutely 100% the same, except for the language, except for the way that they social. They are very strict in business. So in South Africa, we might have more of a grey area in our sectors. Whereas, for example, in the Brisbane chapter, they have 7 attorneys, each specializing. So they are very much specialized, much more specialized than what we are in South Africa. The value of visiting that is building that international relationship. Since I visit Australia often, it is something that I value, building those relationships.
Would you suggest local members, if they want to expand their business, attend online meetings?
Absolutely. You never know who the next person knows. We are fishing in the same pond, right? No, we're not. So we are fishing in each other's ponds. But you have to build that relationship first.
What do you think is the best way to build a relationship? I know we kind of think, oh, let's go on to BNI Connect and we spam members requesting one-to-ones and doing things like that. What would you say, we've done it, what would you say would be the best practice of getting to know other members and actually setting up those one-to-ones?
Best practice would be to first of all look at people in your power sphere. It's not a contact sphere, let's call it the power sphere. If you start building those relationships, that will definitely enable you to do more, to be of more assistance. One of our core values is givers gain. So by giving back to that community or to that business, you are really building something for yourself again.
Very true. Very true. Thank you very much for your time, Anel. We really appreciate it. And we will be back soon with more episodes with insights from our members.